right. Oh shit, I need a... Oh. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Hold on. Why is that on the screen, bro? Sorry about that. You guys are just gonna have to bear with me. There we go. All right. Okay. Everyone, Dubu League match is here. Post that. Schedule. Boomba clap. Okay, hopefully that's all good. Pretty sure that's all fine. All right. But yeah, we're jumping into a match-up, clash-up. And it's Konami, Xylophone, and Thanks Sherlock side of rotating goalies. And we have Xylophone, James, and Kafsau side of LeBridge. Alright. Okay, give me a second to make sure the teams do they ban. I just want to double check that that's correct. Rotating goalies is first. Okay. No sign, no PogChamps. You know, giving me 1 second notice. Bad behavior. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, you know. I'm just disappointed. Oh, you guys did the bans though. Unbelievable. You know. There will be consequences. Yeah. You know, it's difficult to communicate, isn't it? It's so difficult, you know. All right, but we are jumping into the very first draft. Yeah, that's why you communicate, you know. I'm angry. I'm making another AI song. That's how I let out my stress. I haven't actually made an AI song for this season. There's so many bloody teams. Alright, we wait for the teams to ready up. Here we go. Glass cannon and recovery drone. I don't even know what the hell that is, bro. Is that what you used for my picture? We get the Kazan ban coming out of rotating goalies. Is it what you used for my picture? And then the Juliet ban from LeBridge. Obviously, the Juliet ban mainly going for Xylophone. And then, of course, we get the Kazan ban, which is quite literally everyone on LeBridge. I would like to see the Kazan eject pop out. Ugh. Yosai, when you using the Kazan eject? You did not think that, bro. That's not real. We get the Rasmus pick coming out for rotating Goali3s. That's interesting. We got the Asher pick coming out of LeBridge. Hopefully not Asher Goali, because, you know, we want to see Sai on something cool. You know. We'll wait and see. Could be Asher Shava. We get LaFunk James on their demon pick of Juno. Zentaro Goali, of course. Whipping it out. He's whipping it out. And the last picks for each team. Excuse me. A little bit sweepy. We get the Vice. Might be a Vice Xylopha, honestly. We'll see how that goes. We get the last pick for the side of LeBridge. Luna Momboots. Nah, that's perfect with Glass Cannon. Okay. Alright. I have no idea what map it is. So, you know, I'm sure Sherlock will set that up. Alright, let's wait and see. But yeah, Glass Cannon and Recovery Drone start. No, not the craziest start. But definitely a solid start. Ooh, Kalarian. Sai, you running the Luna Goali on Kalarian. Not a fan of it on Kalarian, honestly. Not a fan. Nah, it's like it's so small. I love it on Night Market, bro. Night Market, it's so good. I don't like it on Kalarian. Too much stuff happening. Yeah, let's see the Kazan EB win a game first, bro. Let's see her win a game first. Come on. Bro, when I went Kazan EB with Twin Drive, every time I dashed back, I jumped in the air. Because I double tapped. Like, GG's, bro. I got called Mary Poppins by an OCE player. I feel insulted. Nah. You don't know, Bridge. You don't know. You don't know the tech. You don't know the eject tech. Alright? Once you watch Sai on eject button Kazan, you'll see. You'll see, bro. You'll see. I mean, you know, I will never say Kazan is a good goalie. That's just, you know, gonna be my opinion. And I'll take that to my grave. I know a lot of people love the Kazan goalie, and it's getting rated higher and higher, but, you know, I'm taking it to my grave, bro. Like, I don't think it's good, you know? And I see a lot of people say you just need good mechanics, but, like, why not just use the other goalie, you know? Like, I don't know. Yeah? You know? My mouth is zipped, bro. My mouth is zipped. But the eject button, I do like the eject button on Kazan. It is a bit fidgety, but it makes it interesting. It makes the gameplay interesting. You know, it's fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Of course, we get Konami on the Zentaro Goalie, as we've seen before. We get a lot of damage coming out from the side of rotating goalies, even with the Wreck Drone start. It is Clarion Corp, however, so that's going to be pretty dangerous. Everyone going Glass Cannon except for Kafsau, whose name is hidden, and Sherlock. Pretty standard picks right now. First barrier going to the side of LeBridge. Sai getting really, really aggressive. Secondary down for Xylophon. Nice save coming out from the secondary of Sai. Good portal expansion using the middle as well. Nice barrier take from LaFong James. LaFong James trying to find the pass to Kavsau, who is lagging a little bit. Sai giving up one barrier. Unfortunate. Really aggressive shove. Yeah, that's rough. Not gonna be stopping that anytime soon. We do have the Vice ult on cooldown now, so we don't have any crazy abilities coming up. Konami reaching level 2 slowly but surely. Same with Sherlock. Passing around, abusing the bumpers on the castle. What you want to see. Nice strike wall coming out from Sai, clearing it to Kafsau, who gets a barrier, backed up by the slime of LaFong James. Oh, LaFong James! Styling on them. Nice barrier, double barrier take from Xylophar, almost has flip as well. Oh, Sai! Nah, get this guy off, get this guy off, get this guy off. Sai, you gotta spam your mouse, bro, remember. You gotta, like, butterfly click with your mouse. Nice kickoff coming out from LaFong James. Sherlock opting to move it up. Lots of damage going down onto Kafsau. Kafsau getting a double barrier. Sai getting the middle as well. That's going to be a lot of cooldowns, a lot of size, a lot of speed. Sherlock and Xylophar trying to keep core control. They're doing really, really well, I have to say. Lots of damage down onto Sherlock. They are staggered. No energy on the side of Sai. LaFong James and Kafsau do have energy. Oh, every forward does. Oh, Kafsau removes an energy with their own flip. Another flip coming out for LaFong James. Slam dumping on Sherlock. And that is a goal. Yo, we got Ketsuman in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Aggressive pass coming out from Sai to Kafsau. They're building up pressure slowly but surely. Lots of damage down onto LaFong James. 2 ults and a core flip, but they can't get the confirmation on LaFong James. That's going to be punishing. Not finding the KO on that. Konami using ultimate just to keep up that aggressive pressure. Not catching LaFong James in it though. Sherlock trying to get a barrier. Xylophar as well, but they cannot break the double goalie lineup of Sai and LaFong James and Kafsau. Asher into Zentaro. Really, really difficult for Konami here. I would like to point out Konami is playing on JP ping. So it's going to be a little bit difficult in those close-up matches. What is happening? Oh, we got Sherlock AFK. Rasmus is being picked up so much by everyone. We got a... What? What do you mean 3-1? What are you talking about? Nah! I didn't, bro, that would have been so good. I didn't even realize. Wow, that is, nice. Quick, ban the Luna, ban the Luna, ban the Luna. Quick, quick, quick. That's a good question, Sai. That is a good question. Means it's whatever you guys want to do. You could give us another brawl. I don't mind. You know, game's a game. You guys want to bash it out, or you guys want to give a set away? Either one I'm totally okay with. How does that happen? No idea, bro. No freaking idea. I think it's because they were playing Tea Time Tussle before. So, the settings were changed. These goobers. Alright, we got everyone on the same picks. I hope so. I didn't remember the gears, really. But, yeah, pretty sure everyone on the same set. Not gonna be giving them a barrier. They're going to make the... Never mind, they are giving a barrier. They're not giving... What am I watching? Yo! No farming stats. No farming stats. Sai, you can't say they're cheating for farming stats, bro. Don't let them farm. Don't let them farm. Quick. Oh, getting level 2. That's fair. I mean, you should be able to reach it within that time. Don't let Sai reach level 2, guys. Keep that guy at level 1. Don't let him reach it! Don't let him reach it! Don't let him reach it! Yes! W Sherlock. We got 2 level 1s, don't worry, Sai. You know. Both the players with their S in the name reach level 1. I mean, LeFonk James has an S. Same with Cafsound. Never mind, disregard. LeFonk James as your MVP. Getting Fight or Flight. We get Konami with the Super Surge. The other Dash Awakening is going to be gone, though. And I do know Konami likes that double dash with the Eject. The Prize Fighter down onto Cafsound, really good. We get the EE down onto Xylophar. That's also really good with the damage and the range. Twin Drive onto Sherlock. That's going to help cover a lot of the field. And we get Prime Time on Sai. I really do enjoy Prime Time on the Luna. Helps with the core control and the damage as well. Yeah, a bit of an unlucky draft coming out there. But, you know, still have heavy impact. Get more damage, get more CDs. Less heavy... No. Heavy impact's still in. Pretty sure. Nice defense coming out from Sai. They do have the double barrier disadvantage, though. Konami getting really aggressive. Lots of damage down onto Cafsound. Cafsound does have the Wreck Drone, though. Sherlock missing both abilities down to Cafsound, and Sai with Sai with the David Luiz type save. Really well played. But it does not matter. Because rotating goalies rotate their way to getting a goal. Alright, looks like they're instantly answering back. It's on the bouncy castle, though, so Konami is going to be in trouble. Cafsound trying to get the core in the bottom. Does get the core, but takes a lot of damage in return. Even an ultimate. Sai, what are you doing, you little gremlin? Lots of damage down onto Cafsound, and Sai losing a barrier once. And losing a goal. Blah, 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 blah. I can't speak. Losing a barrier and a goal. And flip. That's unlucky. Nice clear up from Sherlock away from Cafsound. Same with Konami. They're just avoiding Cafsound, making sure they don't get any core control. Nice primary coming out from Konami. Secondary not able to catch the core. Cafsound in a corner battle with Sherlock and Konami wins it out, getting a barrier. Lots of ability being used to catch the core, but it gets cleared out by the Prime Time Sai. And Sai gets a KO down onto Xylophar as well. LeFonk James with flip, but it gets denied by Sherlock's flip. Can LeFonk James use flip in an optimal position to show us what they are capable of? Luna Nuke going down onto Sherlock. Sherlock taking a lot of damage. Caps out with flip. Using flip, sending it through the stunned Sherlock into the goals. Holy moly. Oh, I'm dying. Sai opting to clear it with a dribble. Losing one barrier as they get greedy for the orb. LeFonc James does get the middle. Has that core flip as well. Using all the abilities they got from the middle. Trying to get the core to Kafsao. Kafsao hitting it down in the corner. Passing back to LeFonc James. LeFonc James passing to the primary. Juno getting one barrier past Konami. Getting the goal past Konami. Never mind. Denied by the ultimate of Konami and Sherlock. So many ultimates being used in such a short amount of time. LeFonc James taking so much damage. Sai with core flip in a 1v2. Wins out the 1v2 against Sherlock and Xylophone. LeFonc James passing down to Kafsao. Kafsao passing down to the corner. Gets an own barrier. What a silly goober. Sai trying to KO Konami but not successful. But does win the strike war and gets the goal. And that is a ping. You know. Konami can blame ping on that, you know. It's okay. Really unfortunate, though. Sai going for a dribble, passing down, but gets caught by Konami, getting one barrier, passing to Sherlock, who gets a second barrier. Nice vice ult coming out from Xylophone as well. Forcing Sai to play a little bit more defensive than they want to. Lots of damage down onto Sherlock. LeFonc James, who's going to be the first KO'd. It does not matter. We get 3 goals back to back to back against rotating goalies, shutting down their chances of winning a set. Ugh. Alright. All I can hear is the emote from Sai. You know, about to mute this guy. We get the hot shot going down to Kazan. Interesting. No extra special for the Luna. We get extra special on Sherlock. We get stacks on stacks on the Luna. That's going to help with the speed build. We get 1-2 punch on the Asher and Stinger on the Vice. Lots and lots of potential coming out for the side of rotating goalies with their builds right now. We do have a lot of speed on Sai and a lot of speed on LeFonc James. We also got Kafsao getting quite a lot of damage. There we go. Gets a KO down onto Sherlock with a beautiful 1-2 combo. But they're taking a lot of damage in return. LeFonc James looking a little bit worse for wear as well. Kafsao staggered. Sherlock almost getting staggered. We got a KO going down onto Xylophone. Down onto, thanks Sherlock. Konami not able to hold onto the barrier because of the passive. Can they do anything in this 1v3? Sai doing a nice dribble down to Kafsao. Kafsao passing up to Sai. Sai cannot catch the core. Passing to Kafsao. Kafsao losing the 1v1 against Konami. Losing the 1v1 against Nevermind. Winning the 1v1 against Xylophone. What the hell? I don't even know what the hell just went on. Yeah. Nice expansion proc by Kafsao, but it bites them in the back as they lose one barrier. Konami almost getting flipped as well. Beautiful Zentaro dash. Lots of damage going down to the side. Sai gets taken out of commission by Xylopha's primary. Sherlock going for aggressive dribble. Trying to find a perfect opportunity to score, and they do. Beautiful, beautiful primary setup from thanks Sherlock. Guys, I should just like commentate a round of this in gibberish, you know. That'd be a highlight, right? Konami holding onto flip, making sure they don't die, but they die even after using it. Lots of damage down onto Sherlock. Forced to play passive, but it does not matter. They get completely obliterated. Actually, we never talked about the map bans. We got the team of rotating goalies banning Goo and App. And then we have the team of LeBridge banning Market and Arton. Interesting bans. Sai losing both barriers to something because I wasn't watching. Oh no, Konami losing both barriers as well. Oh no, almost getting an own goal with a Vice ult, but it's okay. Sai getting the middle. They're going to have abilities back up. Going to get real aggressive. LeFonc James with the flip. Xylophone with flip. Xylophone trying to be in an optimal position to use flip, but no, gets denied by LeBridge James, and Cafsal annihilates Konami with a beautiful Asher ult and a goal. Wow. And LeBridge James as your MVP. And here we have the stats. Alright. Give me a second to put my phone on the charger. Ugh. Well, hopefully they're a goated caster. I don't know jack about CSGO other than you gamble. You know, or whatever you want to call it, you know. Alright. Okay, let's just get up the website real quick. Okay, so we have Goo Band, Night Market Band, IMEZAP Band, Arton City Band, and we did just play Clarion Test Chamber, so that's going to be removed as well. Rotating Goalies as first pick once again. Make sure to at the teams. Inky's Splash Zone. Like, the reason he isn't tier 1 casting is because we have a lot of good casters. Okay. It's crazy that there's even tiers in casting. I didn't even know that was a thing. The GOAT? Who is the GOAT? Is it Bridge? Alright, we get Prime Time and Glass Cannon Kickoff. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Might be seeing, I don't know if Sai is going to whip out the Luna on Inkies. We do see the Kazan ban, so no Kazan eject for the viewers, unfortunate. Major versus minor leagues, okay, fair enough. And then... What are you saying, Sai? Thanks, Akka. I mean, I think that's Akka. I'm not sure. And we get the Error Band coming out for LeBridge. We get the Kai pick coming out for Rotating Goalies. We do actually get a Luna on this one. Once again, really good with the Glass Cannon start, if that is Luna Mom Boots. We get the Vice coming out of LeBridge as well. What? Bro, in 5 years, Omega Strikers is gonna get another game, right? Right, guys? It's gonna be alive and popping. Ew, Bite Breakers. I'm not into those type of games, you know? Not Bite My Balls. Not sure about that one. Drakkar and Estelle and Kai for the lineup of Rotating Goalies. And we have Luna, Vice, and Octavia. Where's the Marco to finish the Demon Drive? What the hell? Alright, but that is the kickoff. We'll just wait for Sherlock to set up the lobby and start the game. New game, Fire Frost. Yeah. Nork? Who the hell is Nork? Am I missing something? Is this like the next character in the series? I would love to see a character get added that like changes their positioning with the core. Or like changes their positioning with a teammate. Like, that'd be so cool, man. Yeah, Sign, it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be like a Beat Saber or something. It's gonna be like one of those beat games. Like Osu or something. Let's play Demon Drive. Let's go. True, that was a pretty good, like, trend to jump on. I know a lot of games were doing that trend, like, what was it? Deep Rock? Is it called Deep Rock? Deep Rock Survivors or something? The dwarves that go mining. True, that could have been cool. Like, you level up a glitch pop or something. That could have actually been sick as hell. That could have been really cool. Vampire Survivors is a pretty chill game as well. You can just turn off your brain and play. So it's pretty, you know, soothing. Alright, we get half of the lobby on Glass Cannon, half of the lobby on Primetime. We actually get a Vice Eject, not Strike Shot, not Mom Boots. Ew! But yeah, we get a Vice Eject with the Primetime, Pummeler's Glass Cannon, and Slick Kick's Glass Cannon on the Octavia and Luna. And we get Pummeler's Glass Cannon on Drakkar, Primetime with the Mag Souls, and Mom Boots on the Kai and the Stell. Lots of abilities being thrown out. Xylophar and LaFonk James are the ones that are damaged the most, but it doesn't look like they're getting pressured too hard. Both teams still with barriers up. Sai passing down, almost gets a barrier. Beautiful Giga Blast from Konami, but it gets caught by LaFonk James, and it gets caught by LaFonk James once again. Passing to Kafsao, who gets the goal. Really well played from the side of LeBridge. I think this is the second time Sai has ran the Vice Eject on this map. I am a fan of Vice on this map. Really nice goalie to pick up. I mean, this map's just, you know, good luck playing any goalie. Sai trying to pass through Xylophar, but Xylophar manages to catch it. A really nice barrier take. They gotta be precise with this water cannon, proccing it, but they cannot get it in it, but they can get Kafsao in it. Nice flip coming out from Konami, passing down into the corner. Sai going for a greedy dribble and own goals it with a chain lightning. What a goober. What a silly willy, as some would say. Oh, beautiful kickoff barrier coming out from Kafsao. Known to happen quite a lot on Inky's Splash Zone. Oh my gosh, LaFonk James throwing it from the back end into the back of the net. And we get a showcase of the emotes coming out from Kafsao. Yep, Kafsao did reach gold rank. What an achievement. What a achievement. Oh my god, a KO going down onto Xylophar. We got two flips, one on LaFonk James, one on Sherlock. Can they hold out this 2v3? No, they cannot. But they get a barrier, but now Konami is left in another 2v3. But this time with Xylophar, they get the cannon, but it doesn't manage to hold on. Or LaFonk James barely holding on with their life. They're gonna try to make some aura farm happen. I can feel it. I can feel it. Sherlock coming back in, trying to get the goal, but not able to catch it just yet. Lots of damage going down into LaFonk James, though. Passing down to Kafsao is Sai. Sai passing up to LaFonk James. LaFonk James going for an aggressive bit of tech, but it does not work because Konami is on top of business with a great Giga Blast. Sherlock trying to go for an ult primary setup, does not manage to break down Sai. Sai, beautiful defense. Doing a little bit of damage onto Sherlock as well, and Konami cannot stop the shot of Kafsao. No abilities. But yeah, you know, if once you figure out how to play a map the way you want to play it, I think you'll enjoy it. You know, Inky's used to be my least favorite map, and now my team, you know, I've figured out some groundbreaking positioning for my team, and it's my favorite map. So, you know, it's no longer Goo. R.I.P. Goo. I don't like you anymore. But yeah, we get the 1-2 punch going down onto the Luna. Castellas down onto the Kai. Specialized training down onto the Vice. Aerials down onto the Estelle. Stacks on the Octavia. And Might of the Colossus down onto the Drakkar. Castellas on the Kai is actually really, really nice. Ever since they buffed his secondary duration, Castellas has been really, really nice. But yeah, we got more damage coming out of LeBridge. And a bit more core control coming out of rotating goalies. And it does manage to get them one barrier for now. LaFonk James going for an aggressive dribble. Wins the strike war against Xylophar. Also eliminating Xylophar as Psy. Water Cannon doesn't get too much value other than stalling a bit of time. Konami getting really, really aggressive. But Sherlock trying to hang on to their life. Hang on to the barrier, though they cannot. Water Cannon being used does not get any value whatsoever. But we get a lot of damage going down onto Sherlock once again. Not catching a break from these constant abilities. Just pressuring them. And a beautiful double primary goal coming out from Xylophar and Sherlock. Hey, like 2 weeks ago, I hated Inkies, okay? Like 2 weeks ago, I hated Inkies. But then I figured out the positioning. You know? And no team runs this positioning. So, you know, I can understand why everyone hates it. You know? Lots of damage going down onto Cavsal, though. We do have 2 flips on rotating goalies. LaFonk James in a corner battle with Konami. Konami trying to find the pass, but it gets shut down by LaFonk James. LaFonk James damaging Sherlock as well. Sherlock once again being the prime target for abilities. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Xylophar gets completely taken out by a primary from Psy and a primary from LaFonk James. Psy passing to Cavsal. Cavsal passing to Sherlock. That's not the guy that's on your team. Hello. We got a triple flip coming out for LeBridge. Xylophar coming in, trying to get a KO, but not finding one. We got a lot of damage. A double ultimate coming out for LeBridge, trying to get a KO. Cavsal going for a flip. Psy going for a flip, but it gets shut down by Konami. Great defense. A double flip blunder, but LaFonk James does not blunder the 3-point shot from the 3-point line because it's a 3-pointer. Yeah, you know. The cornerstone positioning, you don't know, bro. You don't know. You know? It's staying hidden. Cavsal going for a dribble in the defense. LaFonk James dashing up while Cavsal sends it forward, getting one barrier. LaFonk James scoring another one. Past Konami. You know, yeah, it is a very difficult matchup for rotating goalies versus arguably the strongest team in the league. So yeah, you know, it's going to be a tough battle. And you know, as I say that, Cavsal dies and they get a goal, and that's Cavsal's stacks on stacks eaten because somebody is a pancake gobbler. Who do we think the person that ate the pancakes is, Xylophar, Sherlock, Konami? We'll find out, Oh, Xylophar gets a barrier in a rapid succession. Most likely the person that ate the pancakes. Good usage of the water cannon caught by Sherlock. Xylophar trying to get a goal past side, but not gonna happen. Konami with a beautiful 1v3 save on the goal line. And Xylophar slotting it in past Psy, who thinks their ultimate is their strike. It's a little bit weird, because I can't see you when Xylophar goes invisible. So, you know, we're just gonna have to use our imagination. When the lizard runs fast, they're invisible. You know? I swear I was hearing something. Okay. I'm hearing things. Never mind. We get the Emprop down onto the Luna. Twin Drive down on the Estelle. Prize Fighter down on the Vice. Hot Shot and Recovery Drone on the Kai and the Drakkar. And Bulk Up on the Octavia. Yeah, well, I don't look at that, okay? You know? Oh, we got a little bit of particle effect, a little bit of gas leaving the Drakkar when they go invis, you know? Xylophant trying to 1v1 side does not get the barrier. I don't think their shotgun was up. LaFonk James puts and caps out, passing down into the open area, gets caught by Thanks Sherlock twin drive secondary. Lots of damage being brought down onto caps out, but that bulk up is definitely gonna help. Sai absolutely bullying Xylophant. That KOs, that is insane. Just barely KOing Xylophant, who does have recovery drone, so it's not the end of the world. And Sherlock was a beautiful goal. Sai, you wasted energy, What the hell? I mean, I guess you kept your prize, so it's okay. Yeah. Sherlock in a battle of the corner, backed up by Xylophant, trying to get the barrier past Sai, but not in a dangerous range. Beautiful save coming out from Sherlock, shutting down Kafsao's free barrier. A lot of damage going down onto Xylophant once again. Same with Sherlock. Sai just wants to build up the prize fighter, and that KOs from such a large distance. But it does not matter because Sherlock's on top of the core control. Oh, Xylophant comes in at the perfect time. Beautiful Giga Blast from Konami. Konami is on fire with the defensive Giga Blast right now. But Kafsao winning the goal against Sherlock. Ooh, that was rough. Rough. Like a dog, you know? Woof, rough. I don't know. Oh my gosh, and Xylophant is already staggered. That is going to be a lot of pain coming his way. Gotta play a little bit safe, and Xylophant gets taken out! Oh no! You know? And wow. Kafsao KOing the core and Konami into the net. And this is really rough. You know, it is a difficult matchup. Oh, but Xylophant doesn't care. LaFonk James gets sent off the court with a red card. Xylophant in 1v1 against Sai. Almost gets the barrier, but the water cannon saves are really well played by Sai pushing a button. Sai getting really aggressive, almost winning out the 1v3, but does not get the goal. What's the core control coming out for the side of rotating goalies? Passing up to Sherlock is Konami. Konami in a 1v1 with LaFonk James. LaFonk James wins it. LaFonk James passes down to Kafsao. Kafsao's ultimate sending it back to Sai. Secondary flow state down onto Kafsao, and the speed is relentless as it stops all the options of rotating goalies. Oh my god, Kafsao the Prodigy. Not hiding their name. It takes a prodigy to not hide their name, you know? Fair dues, fair dues. We get more speed down onto Kafsao. More survivability in a way as well. Just being that much harder to hit. Also getting secondary when they get staggered. We get Deadeye onto Konami. Lots of damage. We get heavy impact down onto Xylophant. More damage. We get extra special on Sai. What the hell? We get Spark of Strength going to Thanks Sherlock. That's going to be procced with absolutely no other spark. And then we got Big Fish onto LaFonk James. Hey, the title speaks for itself, bro. You know? Can't spell prodigy without a P. And you can't spell poo without a P. If you get what I'm putting down. Kafsao messing up the dribble. We got a little bit of lag coming outside. Giving up a barrier. Pressing the emo button instead. We got a water cannon coming out of rotating goalies. But it does not lead to too much. Kafsao on 1v2 gets shut down by Sherlock. But the flow state extremely rapid. Sai passing down into the corner with Xylophant and gets completely shut down by the Estelle of Thanks Sherlock. Got a lot of emotes coming out as well. What a question mark from Konami. quickly, KO Sai. Remove his prize fighter. Remove his prize fighter. Yeah, you can pause. If both teams are okay with it. You know. I mean, like, LeBridge could honestly start playing right now and just score if they want. You know, it's up to them. Alright, Konami is back in business, so is Sherlock. Sai in an aggressive downfield battle against Xylophar. Xylophar winning it out. Xylophar in a great position to score, but does not get the goal. Shut down by LaFonk James, who has flip as well. LaFonk James getting a barrier, but Kafsal getting sent off the map. That is the stacks on stacks gone. We got another cannon coming out. LaFonk James, how did that go in your flip range? But they get KO'd out of the map because they're in KO range of Xylophar. Kafsal coming in with a really aggressive ability usage with a secondary ult and primary. Xylophar in a 1v1 against Sai. Can they get the goal? Yes, they can. Beautiful secondary in OT. Okay. Oh. LaFonk James, the only level 8 in the lobby. Sigma or what, bro? I'm sorry. I'll never say that again. We got a lot of damage going down onto Sherlock. Sherlock now staggered. What prize fighter do we have on Sai? Only one. They're going to be finding that second one. They actually find their own barrier instead. And they find the enemy barrier, getting both barriers in the map. Really well played. Defends the water cannon, but does not defend against Sherlock's disappearing phantom ultimate, which sends them off the map as well. Alright, they're answering back with the damage awakenings. Really well played. Oh, we get adrenaline rush. You gotta deny it. You got to deny the adrenaline rush. That is going to be scary. Opting for the EE. Do we get the adrenaline rush going down onto LaFonk James, or do they leave it for someone else? We get the adrenaline rush denied by Konami. Really well played. We get the spark of leadership down onto LaFonk James, which is a deny against Sherlock, which has the spark of strength proc with the leadership if they manage to get it. We get a Monk Titans, helps the survivability of themselves, making them a smaller target. Super Surge down onto Sai, which helps with that secondary damage, secondary range. And of course we get built different down onto Kafsal. Didn't really get left with too much. And Kafsal absolutely crushing rotating goalies, getting a barrier, but instantly rotating goalies answers back with a barrier of their own. But Kafsal perfectly striking it just as it enters their strike zone. And scoring a goal. Damn, really fast set. And Konami is walking off the edge. No, they're back. WW. Passing down into the corner so they can build up damage onto LaFonk James. Working out pretty well right now. Konami, beautiful Giga Blast. Getting one barrier, but they cannot secure their own. Xylophar getting KO'd and hit into the water cannon. Welcome to the splash zone, my friend. And Sherlock scoring and own a goal. What the hell? Now it's your time to lock in. Losing a barrier instantly in the first 2 seconds is rotating goalies. Really, really unfortunate. Kafsal lagging a little bit. Gonna lose their flow state. Nice barrier take from Xylophar. Sherlock almost dying to the water cannon, and Konami cannot shut down the attack from LaFonk James. Wow. That was a pretty crazy game. And we get your MVP, LaFonk James, once again. And yeah, pretty rough matchup once again. It's just, you know. Game is game. What can you do? Alright, we'll jump into the very last map. So we have 2 map victories for LeBridge, but rotating goalies can still snatch one away. So Goo Band, Night Market Band, App Band, Arton City Band. And then, of course, Inkies and Clarion have been played. Create the draft. It'd be pretty sad if we got Demon Deus right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know, keep it a $1.50. Alright, let's make these drafts. Only village. Ah. What the hell? Alright, we'll wait to see the teams ready up. Do we get the Kazan eject button being brought out? We will see. Adrenaline Rush and Spark of Leadership. Our team's gonna opt for the Adrenaline Rush package or the Leadership package. Yeah. We will see. Waiting for the rotating goalies to ban a character. Is it gonna be Kazan again, or is it gonna be something different? We do get the Kazan ban once again. Ay, ay, ay. Let it happen, LeBridge. And we're waiting for the final pick. Or sorry, the final ban. We're going to get the error ban once again, which has been a pretty high priority ban for the side of LeBridge. And what will the first pick be for rotating goalies? We get the Vice potentially going down onto Xylophar once again. I actually enjoy Vice midfield on this map. Really, really good with the core control. Despite how much damage she puts out, also really good with the core control. We get the Aimee, potentially Aimee goalie, going to the side of LeBridge. Might be seeing a strike shot Aimee goalie. Who knows? If you know, you know. Get the Estelle as well. Wow, that is a very strong lineup. No team picking Kai though so far. No Kai picks. Waiting to see the rest of rotating goalies line up. Get the Drakkar. Fair enough, fair enough. I wonder if we're getting Sherlock Shover. Or is this Xylophar on the Drakkar once again? Or it could be Vice as well. And we get the Dubu on Konami. And we'll wait to see what the final pick for LeBridge is. Lefonk James. Actually, never mind, it's Kafsau, who's taking the Juliet. So yeah, Aimee, Estelle, Juliet versus Vice, Drakkar, and Dubu. I do favor the lineup of LeBridge. Aimee and Estelle really powerful on this map. Juliet is a little bit difficult to play, but you can work around it when you get a speed build. That Spark of Leadership gonna add a little itsy bit amount of speed. So yeah, might not be as bad as we think. Oh, and we're jumping into the last match of today. Why am I receiving a message? Why is Xylophar messaging me? About... He's responding to my message now. Out of all the times, now is not the time, Xylophar. All right. So yeah, we get Sherlock on the Vice this time, and we get Xylophar on the Drakkar, and we get Konami, of course, on the Dubu. What are we gonna be seeing on the side of LeBridge? Of course, we'll get Cassel on the Juliet. I mean, it could be LaFonk James as well. Yeah, we get Cassel on the Juliet with A-Rush. Sai on the Eject Imi, not Strike Shot, with the Adrenaline Rush. LaFonk James with the Leadership and the Mag Souls Estelle. We get Mag Souls on Sherlock as well with the Leadership. Konami with the Mom Boots and the Leadership. And Xylophar with the Pummelers A-Rush. The real Sai would have gone Strike Shot. Unreal. Side of rotating goalies losing one barrier but getting one in return. It's going to be a matchup, clash up in the top of the lane with the barriers. LaFonk James trying to feed the court to Cassel. Cassel still not managing to get a barrier against the hamster Dubu. Ooh, almost catching Konami off guard with that angle, but does not get the barrier. This is going to be a tough game to watch. Never mind, Xylophar and Sherlock with a beautiful combo play to get one barrier. Cassel almost KOing Sherlock as well. Oh, LaFonk James! So close yet so far in the KO. Nice primary coming out from Xylophar. Hitting both Cassel, the core, and LaFonk James. Passing it up to Sherlock, who KOs Sai. Just eject back, bro. Your button is right there. But a really nice KO and really nice goal from Sherlock, who fortunately got hit up there. Really, really nice. Sherlock passing to Xylophar. Xylophar trying to win the 1v1 against Sai. Does not win the 1v1, but they still manage to get a barrier. Rotating goalies losing one barrier, losing two. Well played from Cassel, breaking the ankles of Konami. Konami passing to Sherlock. Sherlock passing down into open space, but that open space eventually leads to Cassel, who passes it up to Sai, and Sai passing it through the machine to Cassel. Bit unfortunate that Xylophar was body blocking the machine. Opened up the angle. Definitely caught Konami off guard. So, bit unfortunate, but it's alright. Just one goal. It's 1-1 now in the final map. We get a KO down onto Konami. Cassel with the A-Rush proc and the barrier and potentially the goal. No, Sherlock winning the 1v1, but they win the 1v1 with a KO. Cassel does, and then LaFonk James slotting it in with the primary reinforcing the core. Damn! Cassel running pummelers on Only Village as well. Interesting. Definitely interesting, but it is working. Nice core flip coming out from Xylophar. Getting a barrier past side. Konami opting to be a little bit cautious with their clear, breaking one barrier, but that's completely fine on this map. Nice core flip coming out from side to win the 1v1 against Xylophar. Oh, nice defense coming out from Konami, holding out the rolling pin. Xylophar trying to stun Sai at the right time, but Sai is still on top of business. Clearing it left, right. Konami with a beautiful push-up on Dubu. Passing to Xylophar, who slots it through Sai. And that's the type of pushing up we like to see. Let's get it. Sai clearing to LaFonk James. LaFonk James passing Cassel. Cassel passing to the vice secondary. Cassel passing to LaFonk James. Now LaFonk James trying to get the barrier past Konami, but does not get the barrier. Sai own barriering with the glitch pop. A little bit unfortunate. We get Xylophar in a really aggressive positioning. Konami losing one barrier. Saves the goal though. Nice dash punch attempt coming out from Cassel, but gets shut down by the Dubu roll. Konami passing to Sherlock. Sherlock gets denied by the core from LaFonk James, and Konami gets completely shut down of all options to clear it by Cassel and Sai. And the first set going to LeBridge. Alright, we get heavy impact going to Cafsal, extra special going to Sherlock's, another spark going to LeFonk James. Gotta watch out for that one. We get Hotshot going to Konami, Super Surge down onto Sai, and Mprop down onto Xylopha. Everyone quite literally gets something good. Like, really, really good. Like, crazy. Not a single bad pickup coming out from either team. They do have to watch out for the KO of LeBridge. But speaking of the KO, Sai getting bullied by Xylopha right now. Taking a lot of damage. Sai gonna have to be a little bit careful. Konami doing well to hold on with the support of Sherlock as well, of course. Sai running around grabbing orbs to deny the damage of Xylopha. But Xylopha's still getting one barrier. Can they get a second? Backed up by Sherlock's ultimate. Nice passing play from Xylopha, but gets shut down by Sai. And oh my gosh! Lot of abilities going down onto Xylopha, but Konami scores the goal in the 2v3. Sai, what the hell? Bit of a blunder coming out for LeBridge after such a great team KO. Down onto Xylopha. Oh, but Xylopha instantly responds with a KO of their own. Aggressive position again. Sai getting one barrier with the Drakkar primary as well. Lots of damage going down onto Cafsar with a Vice primary and a Vice ultimate and a core flip from the Vice as well. Sherlock and Xylopha trying to find the KO, trying to find the goal, trying to find anything they can do to make a progression to the set. Xylopha playing down in the corner against LeFonk James and Sai. Does not win it out. Still keeping up some damage onto Cafsar. Cafsar trying to find the KO into Sherlock. Does not find it. They do find themselves getting staggered, however. Konami with core flip in a 1v1 against Cafsar. Got to watch out for when Cafsar gets a core. Xylopha in a corner battle against Sai. Sai going for a beautiful vert dribble on the goal line. Nice flip coming out from Konami just to relieve themselves of some pressure. Sai still holding strong onto that flip. Beautiful goal line dribble once again, just teasing the side of Xylopha and Sherlock. But Sherlock manages to get the goal. Ugh. Alright. We get the first barrier going to rotating goalies. LeFonk James also taking quite a lot of damage from the Vice ultimate. A lot of abilities being dumped down onto LeFonk James, who almost has flip. Lots of damage being brought down onto Sherlock as well, but they manage to grab an orb and barely hold on. But they're still taking a lot of damage. Xylopha trying to find the KO down onto LeFonk James, but LeFonk James barely holding on. Oh, we got two staggered players, but Sherlock the one who cannot survive. Xylopha trying to build up core flip in the 2v3. Konami gonna struggle to hold on, but they just barely do. Beautiful ultimate shove in the bottom, but it does not get too much value. Sai passing up to LeFonk James down to Cafsar. Cafsar down to Konami, who gets the clear. Xylopha and Cafsar are going to have to play really passive, but Konami opting for an aggressive Dubu roll, but it manages to lose them the barrier, and we get a KO and a goal coming out for Cafsar and LeFonk James. Oh my gosh. You really want to win this set and deny the sparks. Don't want LeFonk James getting another spark. Oh, we get Xylopha with one KO, building up so much damage onto Sai as well. Sai calmly grabs an orb, calls it a day, pushing up, getting one barrier, almost getting the second, followed up by LeFonk James' core flip. Tries to clear it away, but the Amy ult catches it. Beautiful secondary primary to get the barrier past Konami. Konami now in an open goal and gets hit into open goal by Cafsar, who also gets the goal. Yeah, something rotating goalies has to watch out for is the goal line KO that gets pressured by Cafsar onto Konami. We saw this happen in the Ruby matchup against MTGR, where Ruby kept KOing Konami on the goal line. Definitely want to watch out for that one. Ooh, beautiful stun coming out from LeFong James, not letting Konami do anything to save the core. Xylophone in a 1v1 against Sai, opting for the dribble. Beautiful dribble, but they dribble out their own primary. Bit of a blunder. Nice defense coming out from Sai, winning the strike roar against Xylophone. LeFong James dribbling down in the corner, trying to get the court to Capsal. Sai gets taken out of the map by Xylophone. Capsal going for a dribble. Baits out Konami's ultimate. Beautiful defense. We got Xylophone trying to keep core control, getting one barrier. We got a nice vice ultimate coming out from Sherlock to keep the offensive pressure, and Capsal dash punching Narnia as the core rolls in. And we got a set for the side of rotating goalies. What do we have? We have no sparks, which increases the chances of getting a double spark awakening draft, which would be really unfortunate. We get aerials picked up by Xylophone. Really good awakening on Drakkar. What are we going to get on LeFong James? Stacks on stacks, really good awakening on Oni Village. And in general, we get Twin Drive down onto Konami. That's going to help with the defense and the core stunning. We get Built Different down onto Side. That's going to help the size of the dashes catch more things and help in the strike wall. We got Sankt Sherlock with the big fish as well. Going to help with survivability and denying Capsal as well, who gets left with quite literally nothing. We do get the team player, but I doubt Capsal is going to be proccing that team player. Yeah. Lots of abilities down onto Xylophone, but Xylophone instantly answers back with a KO. Pressuring LeFong James with a lot of damage as well. Konami rolling over the evading LeFong James. Beautiful dribble coming out from LeFong James. We get Sai winning the 2v3. Letting Capsal come back in, but as soon as Capsal comes back in, they lose the double barrier. Xylophone passing up to Sherlock. Sherlock getting shut down by the glitch pop. Beautiful defense coming out from Konami as well, beating LeFong James in the 1v1 with absolutely no abilities. Capsal taking a lot of damage. LeFong James in a prime off scoring opportunity. Pass it down to Capsal. Capsal trying to score on Konami, but Konami does not let it happen. Sai trying to KO Konami, but they also cannot break through Konami right now, who is on fire. Sherlock passing down into corner, backed up by Xylophone. Xylophone trying to score through Sai, but Sai does a beautiful cross clear against Xylophone. We get a KO going down onto Sherlock, but it does not matter because Xylophone wins the 1v1 against Sai, who has flip. Use energy burst. Alright. The side of rotating goalies has to find a KO, and they do straight off kickoff. Sai saving energy for that KO and the double barrier. Really well played, and Konami is put in a horrible position. And Capsal just gets to slot that bad boy in. Really unfortunate. Alright, Sai passing up to Capsal. Capsal getting one barrier, getting themselves out of the map as well. Beautiful KO coming out from Sherlock and Xylophone, who procs that A-Rush, procs that speed, which is what you want to see. Also getting the double barrier. Beautiful passing from Sherlock. But Konami with a risky pass in front of LeFong James, who scores it, intercepts it, gets a barrier. LeFong James getting really aggressive with their core flip, trying to find the pass to Capsal, finds the pass to Capsal. Konami using core flip, beautiful shutdown from Sai. Xylophone almost intercepting it, but does not find the goal. Nice blink coming out from Sai, keeping up the offensive pressure. Konami passing up into the corner, but LeFong James catches it, passes to Capsal. Capsal losing the dash punch against the Dubu roll. LeFong James slowing it down a little bit, trying to find the right passing option to Capsal with flip as well. Beautiful clear from Sai with the red core up in the top corner. Konami testing their fate, dribbling it in front of the Estelle. Beautiful defense coming out from the primary, pushing back Capsal. Really well played. We get another beautiful roll coming out from Konami, but Sai shuts it down with their own secondary, proccing their A-Rush, getting the KO. Nice ultimate coming out for Sherlock in the defense. I'm saying coming out way too much. And Sai does not defend that one. Really well played from Sherlock, Xylophone, and Konami. Konami, absolute iron wall right now. Damn! We get the kickoff being won by Xylophone and Sherlock, but they do lose a barrier in the end, but they get one back as well. LeFong James trying to beat the Dubu ult in the bottom. They do not succeed. Capsal trying to do an aggressive dribble, but Konami standing on top of business, shutting them down with a double secondary. Lots of damage going down into Capsal. Capsal almost getting KO'd by Xylophone and Sherlock, but they're just barely hanging on with their life. Konami waiting for Capsal to enter a dangerous spot so they can find the KO. We're trying to shove through Sai, but rotating goalies cannot break the barrier. Sai's still holding on to Flip. Last time Sai got flipped, they found a KO. They found the double barrier. They found the gold. Don't want Sai to do that again. Sai forced to use Flip, but they still lose the barrier. Really well played from rotating goalies. Konami in a corner battle. Sai almost getting the KO, but Konami holds on with their life. And Xylophone with a really well played primary to get the goal. Guys, I'm running out of my voice. Is this what Xylophone feels like when he's casting? Like, I'm used to, like, barely ever talking in cast, you know? Yeah, Konami on fire right now. Like, literally on fire. Like, playing really, really well in this matchup. We get the spec training going down into Sherlock. That's going to be nice with the extra special. We get Sai going for the EE plus a Super Surge combo. We get Konami going for the prize fighter, a little bit more damage. We get the Mighty Colossus going down onto Xylophone. That's going to help with the damage. We get Among Titans down onto LeFunk James, going to help with the cold control and the survivability and the size buff going to Kafsao, who also gets a recovery drone. Let's bring it out. Wow. Xylophone has gone to 1 HP in quite literally 5 seconds. Gets sent out of the map. Yes, I can show the tab. Sorry about that. But yeah, here we have the tab. Lots of crazy builds happening. We got the extra special and the spec training going to Sherlock. Sai losing 1 barrier, losing their HP bar as well. Got to play a little bit more cautious. Kafsao losing their HP bar as well, but they do have Wreck Drone. Oh no. And that is unfortunate. Konami assuming Sherlock was going to save that, but just falls through both of them. Really, really unfortunate. We got a lot of damage down onto Kafsao and LeFunk James, but it does get a known barrier, but it's fine because they get a barrier in return and a lot of damage. Nice secondary Vice going down onto Sai, forced to use Flip and take a little bit of damage. Oh my gosh, Sai finally finds the KO, which they've been trying to find the whole entire game, shutting down Konami. Can Sherlock hold on in this 2v3 in the defense? Xylophone trying to make some offensive plays. They finally win the strike war against LeFunk James. Can they get the barrier past Sai? Yes, they can. Can they get the goal past Sai? No, they cannot. Sai passing up to LeFunk James. LeFunk James trying to pass to Kafsao. Sai trying to find the KO down onto Konami, but they cannot find it this time. Oh, Sherlock in a perfect position, and Xylophone winning the strike war against the glitch pop. Oh my gosh. Amazing performance coming out of rotating goalies right now. Core flip coming out for LeFunk James. Oh no! What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh no. That was really unfortunate from the Dubu ult. Yeah, game is game. Nothing you can do there. 1 barrier being taken for the side of LeBridge. Really well played on the offense. Sherlock in the corner battle, damaging LeFunk James as much as they can. Same with Xylophone. Forced to use evade is LeFunk James. Can they hold on with their life? Sai with Flip. Getting a lot of damage down onto Xylophone. Kafsao trying to find the KO. Ooh, beautiful secondary from Xylophone. Almost getting a barrier, forcing Sai to use Flip. Xylophone holding on with their life, but Kafsao has an ultimate, and you are sent out of the Core Strike arena. We got a double ultimate coming out for rotating goalies. That's going to help with stalling time, but Kafsao finds the KO down onto Konami, trying to find the KO down onto Sherlock, but they find the goal instead. And it is 2-2. Ooh. I'm surprised Xylophone didn't take the Wreck Drone and took the Might. They could be holding on with the life, but you know. Pretty sure it was for a little bit more damage and to stop the Among Titans buff as well. So, you know. They do get bulk up now, which is going to be really, really helpful with surviving and damage. We get a Spark going to LaFonk James. That's a triple spark, but it's not the spark of power, which goes to Sherlock, especially with that spark of leadership. Primetime down onto Konami. Deadeye down onto Sai. 1-2 punch on Kafsal. LeBridge with a monster damage awakening draft right now. Gonna have to watch out along the edges. Kafsal gonna be hunting for those KOs. Beautiful secondary from Sherlock, but they get annihilated by Sai with a beautiful KO just as Sherlock teleports. Nice core control coming out from Xylophar, who has to force themselves to play super safe. Beautiful evade coming out from Xylophar. Almost getting the barrier from the pass of Sherlock, but it does not connect. Konami winning the 1v2, the 1v1, but not winning the 1v2. Really unfortunate. Nice setup coming out from the Frostfire duo of Estelle and Juliet, and LaFonk James getting the goal. Oh no. It's looking a little bit rough for rotating goalies. LaFonk James styling on them, getting one barrier, but they get KO'd themselves. Rotating goalies getting one barrier. Can they get a second? Yes, they can. Lots of damage being brought down onto Sai as well. Xylophar in a beautiful, aggressive spot trying to get that goal. Almost gets the goal past Sai, but it's just not enough. Kafsal finding a KO down onto Sherlock. Konami with a roll to deny Kafsal, but Kafsal just... oh no, it's just too much. Xylophar holding on really well, but it's not enough. Wow. The KO potential of LeBridge is just too much. It's just too much. Sherlock using that ultimate doesn't get too much value out of it other than cutting the field in half. Konami in the corner battle against Kafsal winning it out. Xylophar going for a nice dribble. Almost gets KO'd. Half of their HP is gone, but they get an orb. Nice stun coming out onto Sai from Sherlock, but it does not get the barrier. We got Xylophar trying to damage Sai as well, forcing them to use that flip, but the orbs respawn, and Sai does manage to get an orb. Lots of damage going down into Sai. Konami trying their best to hold on in the defense, and they get a KO and a prize fighter. That's their prize fighter coming back. Beautiful aggression from Konami, pushing up into the midfield, passing to Sherlock, doing a little bit of tiki-taka and scoring with the Vice Ultimate. Really well played in the 3v2. Sai missing the KO down onto Xylophar. Same with Kafsal. The flip of LaFonk James is gone as well. Really well played from rotating goalies for the first 10 seconds. Playing that perfectly. Trying to find the answer to get the second barrier. Xylophar running forward with the secondary on Drakkar. Nice flip coming out from Sherlock, stunning Kafsal so they can't find the KO. Juliet ultimate down as well. Dubu trading the ultimate. Vice trading the ultimate. Sai getting a KO down onto Sherlock once again. You gotta watch out for these KOs. Konami does not get KO'd this time by Kafsal's dash punch. But we got a lot of aggressive abilities coming out from Sai. The Aimi goalie eject really standing strong right now. But Konami is also standing strong on the Dubu pick. We got a nice Vice ultimate coming out from Sherlock, but it does not keep the red core momentum. Sai standing on top of business. LaFonk James winning the 1v1 against Sherlock in the corner battle. No, Konami blunders the flip timing. Kafsal getting one barrier. Can they answer back? Yes, they can. Beautiful barrier taken from Xylophar, but it is a triple flip on the side of LeBridge. And this might be the game. Oh, the Vice barely catches the core, but it still falls to Kafsal's core flip range. And that is a goal. And the final goal for LeBridge. And Konami is walking with no animation. I want to make that a GIF now. That looks so funny. But yeah, really nice performance from rotating goalies, honestly. Like, really, really nice performance. Especially from Konami. Konami on fire in that game. Especially since Kafsal was pressuring them so hard with those KOs every time Konami played a little bit aggressive in the defense. Yeah, which is really, really rough. But, you know, great game for both sides. LeBridge winning 3-0. Still undefeated against all the teams they have versed so far. So, yeah. Really well played from both teams. I enjoyed casting that as well. My voice is dead. I hope everyone watching enjoyed as well. And we will catch you... I don't know what day it is today. I think tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday, we will get a double streamed match. A back-to-back match streamed. In the perspective of my team, Igor Nardo. So yeah. Not sure if the team comms are going to be muted or not, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, once again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for the teams for playing. Well played to LeBridge and rotating goalies, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.